A very fresh morning to one and all present here. Myself Zainab Kagdi from Atmiya Green School, Jadeshwar Bharuch. We are back with English subject for class 7th. As you all have successfully completed your periodic test 2, so now we'll begin with our periodic test 3 syllabus. So as we have already completed a few of the lessons from the periodic test 3, that is from unit 3 section 3, the ballad of mulan, and unit 4 is being completed fully, but section 3 question answers is yet to be discussed. So let us revise the PDF of the ballad of mulan. Section 3, the ballad of mulan. I request you to take out page number 91 of your textbook, of your course book. Okay. Here is complete the summary of the poem by filling in suitable words and phrases. Okay. The first is Mulan sat dash and dash in her room because she was concerned for her father. Okay. What was Mulan doing in the beginning of the story? She was weaving and sighing in her room. And why was she doing that? Because she was very much concerned for her father. The previous night there was an order issued by the Khan. Now, okay, Khan is the answer. So I'll write the answers here. Weaving and sighing. Order issued by the Khan. Okay, these are your fill in the blanks. Mulan sat weaving and sighing in her room because she was concerned for her father. The previous night there was an order issued by the Khan. Now Khan is the emperor. Okay, Khan means the emperor. Okay. Each of the 12 scrolls carried her father's name. So here, father's name. He had been asked to join the army as he did not have a grown-up son to join the army. So now what happened? This Mulan was a young daughter, and this father of Mulan was not having a son. So the one in the house, when there is no son in the army, only the father has to go to fight for the nation. So his father was called for in the army, to join the army, as he had not having any grown-up son to join the army. Mulan decided to take his place, but Mulan was a girl. She bought a spirited horse in the East Market. She bought a spirited horse in the East Market, a saddle. A spirited horse means energetic horse. In the East Market, a saddle. In the West Market, a bridle. In the South Market, bridle means reins. And long whip in the North Market. After leaving her place, she camped on the banks of the Yellow River. The next evening, she arrived at the Black Mountain. The generals died in the war, but after a 10-year battle, they won. On their return, the king rewarded his soldiers at his splendid hall. Mulan was not interested in the post of a minister. All she wished for was a swift ride back home. Mulan's parents went to greet her outside the wall. Her sister fixed her rouge to welcome her. Rouge means, here it is written, rouge means red powder used as a cosmetic on cheeks. So her sister fixed her rouge to welcome her, while her brother whetted the knife to prepare for the feast. So now she was having a brother, but she was not a grown-up. I mean, he was very small. So her brother whetted the knife to prepare for the feast. Mulan took off her wartime gown and dressed like a woman. Her comrades, that means her friends, met her at the door. They were surprised because the brave soldier they had known for 12 years was a girl. She was a girl, and they thought that this brave soldier who they had known for 12 years, she was not a boy, she was not a grown-up son of his family, but a girl. Okay. Question number 2 is, this poem is a ballad. Ballads are poems that narrate a story. Okay, it is often of folk origin and intended to be sung. Have you heard any other ballads? Talk about it in your class. So this answer you have to write it on your own if you have heard, or if you have heard about any ballads. Ballad means the poems that narrate a story in the paragraph. So if you have heard anything, then you can write in the answer number 2. Question number 3 says, words such as seek, imitate the sounds associated with the objects or actions they refer to. These words are called onomatopoeic words. List 2 more words like this. For example, splash, splash, knock, knock. Here we are having the words which repeats and which is called a onomatopoeic words. This sew, sew of the horse's cry, cn of the falling weight. So these are the words which are called onomatopoeic words. Okay, I hope you understood the poem appreciation of your poem, The Ballad of Mulan. Here you're having 9 words, hard words. What you need to write is, you need to write the poem in your book, The Ballad of Mulan. Give the heading section 3 of unit 3. You need to write the glossary words, as you have witnessed that in our exams we ask the glossary words. So here you are having 9 glossary words. Write it with beautiful handwriting and learn it by heart. Along with that, we discussed today the summary of the poem, which is given in the form of fill in the blanks that you have to write, and you have to write question number 3 in your notebook, and you have to discuss about the ballad. If you have heard anything about the ballad or any ballad, you can write it in your notebook. So today, after this, I'll show the video of this Ballad of Mulan. Enjoy this video.
The Ballad of Mulan. Anonymous. It is a Chinese folk song from Northern Dynasty's China, in which a young girl, Mulan, disguises herself as a man and leads the army to victory against the enemy. Xi, and again Xi. Mulan weaves facing the door. Xi, sound of the shuttle used for weaving. You don't hear the shuttle's sound. You only hear daughter's sighs. They ask in her heart. They ask daughter who's on her mind. Mulan is a young girl spinning and weaving as girls in her village do. But today, her sighs are louder than the sound of the shuttle. Everyone thinks that she is in love. No one is on daughter's heart. No one is on daughter's mind. Last night, I saw the draft posters. The Khan is calling many troops. The previous evening, Mulan had seen a list of soldiers who were to fight for the ruler, the Khan. The army list is in 12 scrolls. On every scroll, there's father's name. Father has no grown-up son. Mulan has no elder brother. I want to buy a saddle and horse and serve in the army in father's place. She is sad as she does not have an elder brother and also knows that her father is too old and frail to survive the war. So she decides to disguise herself as a man to go in his place. In the East Market, she buys a spirited horse. In the West Market, she buys a saddle. In the South Market, she buys a bridle. In the North Market, she buys a long whip. Mulan goes to different markets so that nobody notices what she is up to and buys a horse, saddle, bridle, and whip separately. At dawn, she takes leave of father and mother. In the evening, camps on the Yellow River's bank. She doesn't hear the sound of father and mother calling. She only hears the Yellow River's flowing water cry, Jian, Jian. She has come too far, where she no longer hears her parents calling, but the sound of flowing water of Yellow River. At dawn, she takes leave of the Yellow River. In the evening, she arrives at Black Mountain. She doesn't hear the sound of father and mother calling. She only hears Mount Yen's nomad horses cry, Xiu, Xiu. She no longer hears her parents calling, but nomad, roaming horses of the enemy from the Yen Mountain. She is fearless in these wild areas. She goes 10,000 miles on the business of war. She crosses passes and mountains like flying. Neither cold nor rough mountains could stop her horse, which she rides as though she is flying. Northern gusts carry the rattle of army pots. Chilly light shines on iron armor. Mulan fights in different places in difficult conditions. Generals die in 100 battles. Stout soldiers return after 10 years. Most of the generals die, but she survives like a strong soldier and returns victorious after 10 years of fighting. On her return, she sees the Son of Heaven. The Son of Heaven sits in the splendid hall. He gives out promotions in 12 ranks and prizes of 100,000 and more. The Khan asks her what she desires. The King, Son of Heaven, honors her in the royal court, splendid hall, and asks her to state her desire. Mulan has no use for a minister's post. I wish to ride a swift mount to take me back to my home. Mulan does not desire to be a minister at the court. She only asked for a horse to return home as soon as she can be. When father and mother hear daughter is coming, they go outside the wall to meet her, leaning on each other. New turn reaches home. Her parents, helping each other, walk down to welcome her, although they are quite old and frail now. When elder sister hears younger sister is coming, she fixes her rouge facing the door. Her elder sister puts on her makeup. When little brother hears elder sister is coming, he whets the knife quick, quick for pig and sheep. The younger brother whets, sharpens the knife to kill a pig and a sheep for preparing a feast in her honor. I open the door to my east chamber. I sit in the west room. I take off my wartime gown and put on my old-time clothes. Facing the window, she fixes her cloud-like hair. Hanging up a mirror, she dabs on yellow flower powder. She goes out the door and sees her comrades. Later, she puts on her old-time girl's clothes, applies powder, and combs her hair, and comes out as a girl. Her comrades are all amazed and perplexed. Traveling together for 12 years, they didn't know Mulan was a girl. The soldiers who had fought along her side are amazed that their brave comrade is actually a girl. The he-hare's feet go hop and skip. The she-hare's eyes are muddled and fuddled. Two hares running side by side close to the ground. How can they tell if I am he or she? Mulan says when in danger, both male and the female rabbits run with the same pace, making difficult to find the difference. Same is the case with humans. Mulan's glory spread through the land as she was one who loved her family and served her country, asking for nothing in return. The poem makes a strong statement about gender equality.